People, make sure that you go ahead and check out the Beeline Entertainment Stuff and Things shop. We got all merchandise that you're looking for. Everything to promote the show. That's right, from hats to glasses to cups to sweatshirts to t-shirts, you name it. Boys, girls, babies, whoever wants to show off that they love watching the Beeline Entertainment LLC. We can't wait to see you in your brand new gear. Come on and check it out today. Let's go! Straight to the point, baby.
It's going down in
3, 2, 1.
People, that's your boy!
Brian B.
Let's go.
Back on the Beeline. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so excited.
Is the influence you have.
Again with strangers.
You gotta be a cream to baby's ass.
Hold on real quick.
Knows the hands of fate.
People, it's your boy, Brian B. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. Let's go!
It's another Tuesday, y'all. What up? Yo, what's good, guys? Check it out. It's me, Brian B. We back at it with another episode of the Beeline Web Show. First show that started off the Beeline Entertainment LLC. It's a network that we host a variety of content, including different type of services for content creators. Yo, listen, we got something that I want to talk about when we get the crew in the building. Check it out, man. It's like you're getting 2 shows for one tonight because we got the legendary Beyond 1130 crew joining me tonight on the Beeline Web Show. Harley's here, Shawnell is here, and of course, the man himself, the one who brought us all together, Mr. Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast. He's on with us tonight. Dre's gonna be here in a minute. Bah! You listen, if you haven't already, I want you guys to head on over to YouTube. Make sure you follow, you like, you share, you subscribe to the channel, man. Hit that bell button for notifications. It'll tell you when we coming on. And we gonna be here, bro. I'm really gearing up for this little vacation we're about to take. Little baby coming soon. We're gonna be taking a little slight break in the July 16th. I believe that week is gonna be our final week of shows until mid-September. So you guys will miss us, but we gotta go away to, so you miss us and stuff like that, so we can come back. Guys, we trying to revamp the Brian B plan. We trying to play some games and stuff like that. So if you are a fan, follow us on Twitch. We playing Resident Evil, we playing wrestling, we playing a whole bunch of different stuff. But listen, you guys are here tonight, and tonight is what's important because we got a lot to talk about. It's some really interesting stuff, especially if you're a content creator. So let's not waste any more time. We're going to bring in the crew from Beyond 1130. We got them all here. First Ladies is coming in. We got her. She's very talented, always, making something or doing something and showing off. Very creative, very bright, a lot of energy. If you don't know her, you about to get to know her, so get ready. Coming on the line, Harley Hendricks. What up, Harley?
What's going on?
Yo, listen, man.
My bad about the episode of first. We was about to get our first storm in a minute, and it was horrible.
Oh, really? Listen, bro, it's wilding out.
So
Yeah, the weather been wild. I was just telling somebody the other day, I was like, yo, I'm in Georgia, in Atlanta, and it's like it is doing nothing but raining, bro. It's been raining for like a month. I'm cool with it. I don't mind the rain. So, but I'm just saying, like, damn, give us a break. But Harley, what up? Glad to have you. And of course, who would we be if somebody wasn't keeping us in check? Especially y'all know Brian B. I'm wild, y'all. I've calmed down a lot. I've grown. They've watched me grown on this shit. But listen, I'm still wild as hell, and she's the no bullshit therapist herself. We got Shawnell in the building. What up, Shawnell?
What up? No bullshitting in the building, baby. Yes.
That's right. That's what we gotta have. We're gonna have a little bullshit. So I'll just let you know you about to go to work.
I welcome the bullshit.
There you go.
To a certain extent, I'm not gonna let you.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We got some shit to talk about today. It's gonna be an interesting show today. Y'all better get ready. All right, but of course, listen, I had to leave him for last because this is my boy right here. This was damn near my brother, bro. If we was closer, we'd probably be over his house. I'd walk in his house, just eating out of his refrigerator. What? His wife be yelling at me. I'm like, I ain't do shit. But that's my man Dre on Wheels from the 1130 podcast. What up, Dre?
What it do? What's going on, man?
Our fearless bringer together.
What's going on? How everybody doing, man?
Good.
It's cool.
Feels
Yeah.
good.
Hey, that's nice.
Beeline. So this is the first time that the Beyond 1130 crew has joined us. And I want to first off just let you guys know, if you guys haven't had a chance to watch, I did put a link in the description. Check us out, man. We've had some really amazing conversations. I think it's been
Great
3 seasons of the
conversation.
show.
Four, yeah,
Four.
yeah, 4 seasons.
Working and we don't even know. Look at us,
Yeah,
underpaid.
It's just so
yeah,
much fun. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's awesome. I love the content we talk about, man. But
Yeah.
definitely touch a lot of topics, and I think we have really good conversation. We have a lot of different vibes between us, so the conversation is always hot. But guys, we haven't had Beyond 1130 for like, I think it's been like a month now.
Yeah.
And we did use it as kind of like a therapy session. So it was
Yeah.
like one of the things that kind of gave us a little bit of time to reflect and talk
Mhm.
about some stuff. Let me ask this first question. How have you guys kind of been finding your relief for kind of just stuff that's bothering you or stuff that's going on? How have you guys been venting in other areas? Let's start with Harley. Harley, how you
Well, I
feel?
vlog, so I vlog weekly. But outside of that, I think I do a lot of journaling. And then as far
Mm,
as just like getting it out into like a forum and talking to people, one thing that I do love about my partner and I, we're always like watching something that will cause a thought provoking conversation. And so we
yeah.
have these like little pockets of like podcasts, I would say, in our home.
Okay, that's what's up. That's definitely what's up. Dre, how about you, man? How you kind of vent, kind of cope with whether it be issues or whether it just be like, you're exciting news. Like, do you have different methods?
Man, I think I just go in the bathroom. I think I just go in the
Mm,
bathroom, and just take a moment, like be so
yeah,
much going on in the house all day long with little man and of course, with fiance and stuff. So, other
yeah.
than that, I haven't even geared up for the new season for the 11:30 podcast show. So usually on that show, but I'm trying to get some real cool guests though. But kind of on that show, kind of like Van or like you just said, Beyond 11:30. We ain't been doing it for a couple of weeks or so by now. But I just try to like just try to stay positive though. I know we do need to like release and vent and
Yeah, for real.
shit. My happy place sometimes is just sitting in this room watching wrestling sometimes and just watching something funny or some shit like that. So,
For real.
just kind of like back away from all the stuff that I got going on. Like if I'm podcasting right now, as soon as I get off this, I'm probably gonna turn on the basketball game and just
There
like
you go. Yeah,
exhale. So I just feel like when you just all the way in it, all the way you don't give yourself some time to, breathe and, appreciate, what you do and shit like that. So yeah, man, it's different ways though. So I'm
yeah,
working on it.
for sure, for
I
sure.
love that.
And Chanel, we gonna close out with you, of course.
Well, as a therapist, I got a therapist, but I only see her once a month.
Mm,
Um, I realized when I was talking to my brothers that I do my podcast with, like, one of them, Brian was like, I'm going through podcast withdrawal because we're on a break right now too. We come back next week. So
cool.
it is therapy. It is like, and for us, those are my brothers. So like I told them it's a mini family reunion every weekend, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like, having somebody to talk that stuff out to, with, and it's heavy. And I notice not doing this, not doing mine. I feel a heaviness. I can feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
Oh, me
You know,
too. I think the same thing.
you know. And I
Yeah.
talk to my girls. I talk to my boyfriend. I talk to anybody that listen. Actually, but like the I've been what I call systemically pissed,
Mm,
because of all the
really?
systems in place that fuck over us and shit. So,
Listen, bro, that's conversation
it's
right there. I'll
just
tell you.
about the ways of the world and shit like that. So, like,
Yeah.
but this week I did, like, I had to go outside and scream. I had to, like,
Yeah.
physically release it, and all
Right on.
that. It's just been a lot. It's been a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, it's definitely. I can definitely agree with that. I want to start with this conversation because it's very, like we said, Beyond 1130 was like therapy to us. Like it was one of the things where I used to look forward to, like, especially if I'm arguing or going through some shit. I was like, listen, I'm ready to let loose. Sometimes I'll let loose
Hmm.
too, but at the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
time, it's like, I've been trying to pay attention. Like, what do I do to kind of cope with, the difficulties that I'm dealing with in whether it be family, whether it be life. Like you said, Charmel, I've been job hunting. Something I fucking hate, bro. job hunting and trying to find a job where I can still, maintain my business that I love as well as my family and stuff like that. So it's like I'm turning shit down. Like, I'm trying to like not have to conform to the level that they're basically giving you.
Yeah.
It was one job, bro. I had like fucking 4 different interviews, and two of them were with robots. Not even people and shit.
What?
AI interviews, yo. This shit
Stop.
crazy,
For real?
bro. Yeah.
AI interviews.
AI
They
interviews.
they ask you questions. It's like they'll get on the thing and they'll let you know, hey, we're ready to start. You just say yes. And then you say yes. You feel like a fucking moron. You feel worse than the robots and shit. And then it's like, I'm sitting there answering this. So the last time that you had a good time, we're going to record your response. You ready? They try to make it sound all
Are you ready?
We're going on an adventure.
yeah, bro. I'm like, nah, man, I'm over it, yo. But
Man.
Oh,
I vent
wow.
with this shit too, yo. I vent with this shit too. And like you said, Harley, like, I really appreciate that I have my wife. Like she's, at the end of her pregnancy, man, so she's got her things and I got my things and I'm a fucking hothead. So it's like if I'm ready, I'm going to war. And she's like trying not to combat me, and I'm trying not to combat with her. So then you got that pressure and you're like, fuck, like but yeah, I've been just enjoying like kind of what we've been doing. To kind of go into one of the other things I wanted to talk about and ask you guys. We played games, man. We played games, yo, as a family.
Yeah.
I've always thought that I'd go around and want to go out and do so much different stuff. Like, oh, we're going to the zoo today. But niggas don't got no money, bro. We trying hard to maintain.
Yeah.
So we play board games, yo. We've been playing Monopoly. Fucking, I just destroyed them in the game right before we got on here right now. But let's go real quick back around the room. Then we're gonna get into some conversation. Dre, what do you do with
Yeah.
your family, man? Like, what's your family downtime when you guys are just like spending time together?
Man. Well, since we got a little one and he only like 2, so he just want to be on the iPad. So he want to be on the iPad or playing around or bouncing on the couch or bouncing on the bed, and just when we get our free time sometimes, and I think that's what goes back to how do you vent and stuff like that. So when I do probably have a rough day or whatever and decide to go vent to her. And sometimes, she is a new mom and so much is, going on with her and, so much stuff that, she got to do throughout the day. It's like, well, like she in her own little world, and I'm in my own little world. So it's like, downtime sort of consists is just, watching the movie, but, man, like Uno, we get
Oh my God, yes.
some cards of Uno,
That's a
but
fighting game right there.
yeah. We gotta find them cards though. But Uno is definitely one of them. Definitely Trouble. Connect Four is kind of like sort of how me and Britt sort of got. I don't want to say together, but I want to say bonded us because when we first met, when we was in elementary school, I used to bust her ass in Connect Four all the time. So
Yeah.
every time I see the Connect Four, I'd be like, let's go.
Let's go.
So
There you go.
yeah, I mean, basically family time for real, just going to the playground, taking a little man going to the playground and wearing that energy off and coming back in here where I gotta do a
That's right.
podcast or something like that. So yeah, it's a little early, but definitely when he started, get a little older, definitely he gonna want to start playing more board games and everything. Right now, he just wanna get on the iPad and just do his thing. So
My daughter
yeah.
too. I feel you there. Yeah, I definitely feel you there. So now, what do you guys do usually when if you get around your family or they come
Let me tell you
over?
something. It's me and my girls and my son-in-law in one house, and man, we do everything. We hit the garage and a little something,
Oh yeah.
and together, we talk and vent. We love music, so we'll sing like we put some music on and harmonize.
Karaoke? Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh
know,
yeah.
that music be great. My daughter's building a business, so we be CEO-ing together,
There you
and
go.
stuff like that. And we're a house full of neurodivergent people, ADHD, autism. My youngest got ADHD, so like we are very entertaining. You
There you
know,
go.
we get on each other's nerves, but we're entertaining and all that.
Yeah.
So anytime we're in a room together, it helps to get stuff done and all
Yeah.
that. So
Sure.
like, even when I'm doing something, my daughter might be trying to do stuff with her business and all that. So we in there typing and doing stuff together. I got an idea. Let's try this. So we always
Yeah.
like with stuff like that. And we love games too. Like we still got a game of Monopoly that we had to put away and we plan to start again.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
3
yo,
years
listen.
ago. Yes. But
Monopoly fun, bro.
I
I never used to like it when I was a kid.
you know,
Yeah.
I
I
didn't
love
understand it, but
it.
now I really understand it.
That's
So
right.
like now it's great. We like
Yeah.
Taboo. We like Dirty
Oh,
Talk
Taboo is my
games.
like
shit.
Yeah,
Taboo.
Yeah.
and stuff. And like we did, me and my girls did a podcast connected to there's a series on PTSB. But yes, rather. And it's mother daughter stuff, right? And they mentioned on there like I grew up with a naked mom, right? And so just to say we free
Got
around
it.
here, right? And
My
stuff
mom
like
was
that.
a
So
naked mom.
when we play those versions of the game, everybody in here grown. So we play like the dark version, the nasty
Oh
version.
yeah. Oh, for real.
And stuff like
Cards
that.
Against Humanity and all that shit. Oh
Yes,
yeah.
yes, all
Mhm.
that,
For real.
all that. And it
Got
be
some
great.
ideas tonight.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
telling
Dre.
you, man.
Hey, White Bay, we got to shop.
Yes. When they invite people over and we pull out them games, their friends be like, "You want me to say this in front of your mama?" I was like,
Yeah.
"Say it."
You give a damn. She gonna say some
You
shit
know
before
what I'm
you
saying?
say something.
I'm sure as I
Yeah.
tell you. Sure as I tell you. So yeah.
Harley, what you got? What you doing for family time?
So with my mom's family, like the family that raised me, we really didn't do games like that because my mother is a sore loser and she had flipped the table.
Oh.
Oh
So
man, just
we
experienced
do
that last
talent
night.
shows. We did talent shows growing up. That was
Oh,
family
that's
time. Like
Nice.
cool.
you would pick the day of the talent show, and so you and maybe like one of your siblings get a dance together, or y'all sing somebody's
Mhm.
favorite song, and we do
That's
costumes.
awesome.
Like my mom, she made my childhood fucking amazing. But now with the family that I am raising, my stepkids are big. They're 10 and 15. So if anything, we'll watch like anime together. But they
Mm.
don't want to be bothering me and my man. But together we do Legos together.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
listen.
fire.
Yo,
That's
I
fire.
just got reintroduced to how fucking fun Legos are. I
They're
bought my
so
daughter some for her
fun. We
birthday.
did a group.
They
Oh
are
my god,
fun.
so fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
we was making robots and shit. They don't give you all the same. Like they give you some of this stuff, but remember, you used to get like the little boy, and they give you like the little dog and shit. You
Yeah.
ain't get
Mhm.
none of them now, bro. She got a whole big little box, and I was building one of her. She loves that shit. The only reason I didn't like them is because when you step on them motherfuckers, bro, you might as well just go to
It
hell
hurt.
because
You might, yeah, stepping on a
that
Lego
shit
is like just
You
shoot
know,
me in the
they
head.
hurt.
Because
for
See,
real.
I see those things right there. People who walk got to worry about stepping on Legos and stuff like that.
Oh,
See,
Dre.
my little
you know what,
man,
Dre?
he leave
They
all his toys on the floor.
I'm telling
Now,
you, Dre.
and I'm running it over. Now I got to call the wheelchair people because my wheel don't even work no more and shit like that.
Oh,
I'm
for
like, dog,
real.
can you please pick everything up off the floor,
Damn. Yeah, you
please?
got real problems. Yeah, you.
Hell yeah.
You worse.
It's cost money.
Yeah.
That's
Uh-uh.
right. Yeah, that's probably
I
money
didn't
right
realize
there.
Legos was doing that kind of damage too, bro. Like
I'm telling you.
crazy.
All right, guys, wanted to get you guys in the door. Welcome to the Beeline Web Show. I don't know. I know Dre's been on here before, but I'm glad to have all four of you guys. All right, so I got two topics that I really wanted to talk about tonight. For one, we're all involved in this streaming industry. You know what I'm saying? We're on here live right now. I've been doing this shit live for the last 2 years at this point, and I love it. I love it. But I'm starting to notice the world out here and what's going on. All right. So recently, I don't know if you guys have been paying that much attention. It's kind of been a big deal, but it is what it is. Kai Cenat had introduced Kai Cenat, a popular streaming entity. He's on Twitch. He's on a whole bunch of different places and stuff like that. He's very popular. Pretty much grew up. If you heard of these guys, I Show Speed, a whole bunch of people. I don't even think I got his picture. But he introduced this thing, and it was called Streaming University. It was a big fucking production. It was beautifully done, man. The whole
Yeah.
Harry Potter setup commercial. Y'all saw it? That shit was nice.
Yeah, no, I saw it. It was so cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I thought that when I was looking at it, I even did a little video. I was just like, hey, look, I think this is dope. Like, I think it's going to give people a good opportunity. Now I don't know exactly what happened with it or in it, or I've heard some things. You see a couple of videos on TikTok, but one thing that I see more than anything, bro, is I guess I was expecting this was going to be a platform where people who are doing well with streaming, who are learning how to make this into a business, who are learning how to, develop this into a positive industry. I just saw a lot of negative bullshit, bro.
Oh wow.
And I don't know what I was expecting because a lot of the people that are involved are very young, very childish. I mean, they're making a lot of content that's based off just gimmick shit. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we want to, let's pretend to fight so we can get popular and shit.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm trying to figure out like where are we starting to find our limit with how much are we going to continue to let these people just make fucking jokes out of each other and be entertained by it,
Mm.
Yo,
So it's
I
like
want to say,
they're
Go ahead,
tending
Dre.
to.
yeah, I want to say something first because I really haven't seen much of it. I just heard about it a whole lot, the
Yeah.
Cassinet, streaming university or whatnot, though. But onto what you were saying, though, like a lot of them are assholes and they just making, fake content. And that,
Bullshit.
yeah, you would think that it's supposed to be a platform to highlight, a lot of streamers who are trying to do something, I guess positive or just doing what they doing and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
to be honest with you, that's a lot of the bullshit. That's like mostly, I don't even know what the percent is though, but I know it's high though. A lot of the bullshit that you see when you stroll in the play, it depends on what videos you like and who you follow probably though. But most of that shit is bullshit of a lot of people just doing crazy shit though, whether they just putting up fake fight, whatever the case it may be though. But I just wanted to say that on that part though. But I haven't really seen much of it. But I do think it should be, I don't want to say catered to, but geared to
Focus on.
people that is trying to
It should
do
be a
something.
focus.
You
Yeah,
know,
it
Yeah.
should be a focus
yeah,
on doing stuff to lift people up and stuff like that. Like my Brian on my show, he was talking about how since we've been doing this, he's like, now I'm studying podcasts, right? And all
Mhm.
that. And so
Real.
instead of just watching them, I'm paying attention to all the details. And he was mentioning like there's so many gimmicks and setups and
Mhm.
there's not enough just real talk, right?
Yeah.
Because when we first talked about it, when we first started, I mentioned like we used to just sit in the living room and have deep conversation with each other as a family, right? That
Mhm.
was a podcast without microphones, right? That's how this
right.
deal started out. It started out as like people just talking, put a
Yeah.
microphone in front of us, have a regular conversation and all that. And conversations go everywhere, right? And stuff
Yeah.
Right.
like that. Now everything is staged, or you're looking for trying to piss a certain person off to draw people in, or I'm gonna
Yeah.
offend so that I can talk about this thing or whatever and all that.
Yeah.
And it's become very scripted and gimmicked. And which is why, when we're doing it, it's just organic, right?
Yeah.
And it
And
turns out great. It turns out awesome. But like you
Mhm.
said, B, like how much of the bullshit are we gonna continue to deal with or accept as
yeah.
status quo and be like, oh well, this is just the way things are and all that. And who's supporting that? And who wants to keep watching bullshit?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. And that's
And
and
I
that's
think
gonna
that
be
the best way to do it sometimes, and it's sad because the best way to do it is the most frustrating way. We have to starve it. As long
Yeah,
as there are still conversations, at
they should.
least
Yeah,
even
right.
saying that it's bullshit, it is still a propaganda, it's still a conversation or less. All the people who enjoy it say it's bullshit. All the people
Right,
who
but they
enjoy
still
it say
watch it.
negative things about it. So us
Yeah,
speaking negatively about it in any facet, giving it any space to breathe, it assures it takes that date that we ask how much longer and it pushes it further back
pushing it back.
every time
That
we talk
makes
about it, every
sense.
time we give it space.
see,
But it's
I
still
definitely
frustrating because you do want to talk about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
I do definitely agree with that because like what you just said is you want to try to drown the shit out. You want to try to just like, walk past and ignore it. Like remember when Freddy Krueger came out and shit, they was like, "Oh yeah, we just forgot about him." We was like, "Yeah," but then one motherfucker goes and remembers that he killed somebody and they talk about him and now he's coming back, growing his powers. Like you want to do that shit, yo. And to
uh-huh.
be honest, I don't really, entertain a lot of the Twitch streamers. A lot of them just, people just out here just, just trying their best to do shit, but
Hmm.
not really trying at all.
Not
Like,
really
what I'm
Nah,
trying.
saying?
not,
They
not at
just
all.
trying to make it. And to each his own. But it's like when this streaming university shit came out, I was really excited for like, what it may be. Like, I really thought it was going to be something where it's like Kai Cenat, he took it. And I'm not saying that he didn't do this, but I'm just saying, I guess in my eyes, here's some shit. I'm gonna put this video on. Let me know if you can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. I think I got it still. My computer has been fucking up today. Yeah, my shit is fucking up. All right, I'll play this later. But anyway, the thing about like, I thought that this was going to be something that was really good for the community. I thought that it was going to give people an opportunity to learn how to do something, especially people who are already on like TikTok and growing their foundation and growing their base. Not to just have people on there being stupid. They got this little 16-year-old kid just mad disrespectful, just fucking goofy. And then all these other disrespectful ass niggas that's just walking around. And then you got some people that's just doing stuff.
Right. Yeah, but saying I think for every bullshit that gets you all the views and all of that, there are also people like the young lady Emily who's been streaming for 3 years. She got more revenue in those 3 days than she probably would have ever seen. So there is some good with the frustrating, but the frustrating still is annoying. So I don't disagree that the frustrating is annoying, but let's be honest. We can all completely agree that if there were no frustrating, if it truly was what we wanted to see, his numbers would have been low and those creators wouldn't have what they needed.
And Harley, that's the part right there that is frustrating because it's like, yeah, you're absolutely right. We have to starve the bullshit, right? We are content creators who are getting on here and having engaging conversations, having intellectual conversations. Am I saying that they never gain attention? No, not at all.
Yeah, we get it, but it takes so much. I think
it's or basically you got to know someone, like if you're really having a good intellectual conversation and like this, like we having here on Beyond 1130 or whatnot, us four having this conversation wouldn't get that much, spotlight or attention than for entertainers or for former football players or etc. Exactly, with a big following. Then that's how it goes, and with everything else is just like you got to be doing some crazy bullshit, just
like the people who are the hands that be, they stand for bullshit. They want the bullshit.
That's right.
They find the most influential voice and say you won't have a platform if you don't pump the bullshit. We see it in every movie. Undercover Brother,
all of that shit.
We see it.
Music too. Music was like that for a long time. That industry, the people who make it. I mean, people say it all the time. Cat Williams was saying it, and even though I'm not the biggest fan of him, he definitely was on there, snitching everybody the fuck out. But I'm just saying, like, I understand what he's saying. There's definitely a lot of people who was taking, but also the thing I didn't like about the whole Shay Shay, we ain't even going all the way back to that. But I didn't like about how he's acting like the only way you can do it, because that's not fucking true either. Just like you just said, Harley, it's not everybody is who got a high paying movie role got fucked in the ass by the producer. That's not realistic. That's what everybody will clamor on because it's easy to laugh at, it's easy to make fun of, and it's also easy to make yourself feel good. Like, well, I ain't selling out. That's why I ain't famous. You ain't famous. You ain't trying hard.
Yeah,
you're not famous because your ass not even able to do your job, your current job, 40 hours.
That's right.
Like,
you can't clean that window right, motherfucker.
People be so quick to be like, I got so many borrowing money. That bitch that got OnlyFans not borrowing money, but you got too many morals, huh? All right, that's fine. I got it.
Harley,
but you need $20 from your mama. Okay,
right? Because people will grab on to anything they can not to try.
Harley just opened up the segue door on the Beeline here.
See, I be kicking doors down. I like that.
You be kicking doors down. Let me tell you something. All right, I'm over here trying to find this fucking video. I can't find anything. But OnlyFans. What an interesting platform. Yeah. What an interesting topic, right?
Yeah.
We like it. We enjoy it. I saw a video recently. We have it. We do have it. I saw a video recently. I think it was like today, and it was of our girl Bobby Althoff. I've talked about her in the past.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah, she's okay. She's okay. Little chick, she got a little platform. She's making some money off. I don't know why she does so good. She plays it very nonchalant. She plays everything very regular, very basic, very dry, and it's cool. It works for her. But she was talking to her own. Listen, she was talking to an OnlyFans model. And what up, Dev? Hey, Dev, I was gonna hit Dev up.
Yo,
I wanted Dev to come on the show
Yeah.
on STR, man. I didn't get you on STR, Dev. I want to link up with you. Definitely gonna hit you up, Devin. Um, but yeah, I wanted to I was watching Bobby Adolph. She was talking to an Instagram, not an Instagram, OnlyFans model, and she was intrigued by what the lady was saying. Basically, since I can't find the video, I'm just gonna tell y'all. Basically, she was saying like she asked the OnlyFans model. She said, "How much do you make on your worst, like in a month, like in your worst month?" And the girl said, "I don't know if she capping. I don't know what the fuck it is." The girl said $400,000
I believe it.
on her. Listen,
Yeah,
guys,
I believe it.
On her
on
worst
her
month, yeah.
worst.
Worst?
Mhm.
Okay,
Once you
and you
get
know
a
what,
platform, it continues.
bro? What Bobby Adolph said, or whatever the fuck her name is, what she said after that was, "I'm intrigued." She asked the girl, she said, "How much do you think I would make if I went on OnlyFans?" And let's be honest, she's been on a lot of things. She got a lot of, she gets a lot of heat because she interviews a lot of like rappers and different people and stuff like that. And people say she did wind up like leaving her husband. I think she was dating somebody. I don't know all the methods, so I'm not going to say everything, but
Right.
she's been in the realm of controversy with her interviews.
Mhm.
And if she opened the OnlyFans, there's no fucking doubt about it. She'd probably make millions,
yeah.
bro.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Especially with that like nonchalant character. Like anything that you have that's a gimmick, people will pay crazy amounts of money for you to do the oddest shit. Like it's not even sexual.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
it's
That's what I
not
heard.
even
Yeah.
sexual.
It's not even sexual. Yeah.
And that's
Guys,
what I tell people all the time. I'm probably more nude for free on Instagram in a bikini than I am on OnlyFans, and I make so much. A lot of
Right.
people just want to talk.
yo,
Yeah.
listen, yeah, okay, Harley, listen. Here we go. Me and Harley about to tag some shit.
But that's what those
Let's
girls.
go.
That's where that 400,000 is coming from. Motherfuckers trying to talk to them. These motherfuckers are lonely.
Yeah.
But let's be honest though, Harley. I agree with you. I agree with you because I've known a lot of girls. I've fucking dated a fucking model for Gina at one point.
Mhm.
I understand. There's definitely a lot of people who will be hitting you up. They'll pay your rent. They'll do everything just so you can sit in the bed with them.
Mhm.
But I would say there's a
Always some-
lot of motherfuckers who is ready to conquer that beast, conquer that demon,
Oh
to
yeah.
conquer that shit. You feel me?
Oh yeah, it's a
I
lot
got
of
a
nasty motherfuckers out here. Let me tell you, for every two motherfuckers that just want you to sit there and be pretty, it's 3 motherfuckers that want you to like crush grapes with your asshole. Like trust
That's
me.
right. That's right. And
Let me
fall on you,
know.
sit on your face and fart.
Yes.
Fucking
Yes.
eat dinner with your toes and shit,
And baby,
bro.
I be like, no, see, I can't do certain shit, and that's one of the reasons why I always keep me a job because
Well,
baby,
here we go.
my job can't ever be to be in that space because I say no a lot.
Yeah.
Y'all heard her. Y'all heard her. All right, y'all ready? Y'all see the topic now. The topic, here we go on the beeline right now is
Mhm.
how much to sell yourself.
Mm.
When I heard, listen, fuck that shit. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. But listen. When I heard that girl say, I make listen, motherfucker. I make $400,000.
Yeah.
Yo, not a year, a
Right.
month.
What? You about to
That
you about to
shit
set
is
your camera up on me.
Bro, that shit is insane, yo. When I listened to it, and now I don't know what she does. Maybe she's just on there holding people's hands and shit like that. Maybe she's on there, getting busy and shit like that. Maybe she's on there multiple partners. Maybe she's on there doing all the above. But if I had the opportunity to open an OnlyFans and actually have that happen, would I take it? I would have to do some very, very, very conclusive information hunting, soul searching. Before I say no, my shit would be way on the fucking right meter. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm degrading people as much anymore because, like I just told y'all, man, I had 4 interviews and
Look
2 of
here.
them motherfuckers was robots.
It's getting
Look
hard
here.
out here.
I'm about to start selling my ass, motherfucker.
Meanwhile, baby over there
You need me to
twinkling her
punch a break
toes
with
for
my
40K.
I'm telling you, yo.
Yo,
Yeah. What you think,
it
Dre?
I would say, man, it's much difficult for a man, to, I think it's real easy for a woman to get up there, because it's
You
just
right.
certain things, uh,
Them
suck
old
your
ladies want y'all
toes
too,
and
Dre.
say it again.
Said them old ladies want y'all too. You better get out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it is though. But I mean, like, if you out, you got to be the king. If you out there as a man making $400,000 on OnlyFans, you are the fucking
Stop it,
man.
man.
That's all I'm
You are
gonna
the
say
man.
right there.
You are
You're
the
the
man.
man
You not
for real
lying.
because
Yep.
that's some woman type shit. Like for real, all she got to do is just doll herself up and get some plumps and yeah, it don't matter what she doing. The 400,000, yeah, okay, yeah.
Harley, you're absolutely right. You guys can get on there and
Yeah.
just meet a guy with enough money that'll be like,
With
"Hey, I just
enough.
enjoy your conversation."
Mm-hmm.
And let's not say it's 400,000. Let's be honest. That's what I'm saying. How much would you sell yourself? If you had a guy, let's start with Sean. I want to ask Sean now. If you had a dude on some real shit, you had a dude that said, "Hey, listen, I like the sound of your voice. I'm gonna call you at 5 o'clock every single day, and I want to talk to you until 6:30. Your time, my time, whatever. I'm gonna pay you $20,000 to have a conversation with me every day at this time. Do you feel like you take that?
Probably would.
Well, you're a therapist. That's kind of cheating. You do that shit already. That's basically your job now.
Is it? I
Like,
don't know.
so go to work. You right,
Just
nigga?
go to work.
You go to work, really? That's you.
Wow.
That's
But,
you
and see,
now.
but see,
Shit.
there's a difference though, because as a therapist, now of course in my therapy chair, I don't know about everybody else's therapy chair, all things talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? It don't really
Yeah.
matter, right? And all that, because I want you to be your full self and all that. The selling yourself part for me that would make me consider maybe no is that this job is exhausting. It's mentally, emotionally exhausting, right?
Yeah.
I just talked to one of my colleagues who was like, you know what? I spiritually cleanse myself every evening. I was like, oh, I should be doing the same thing, right? Because I decompress. Well, I got to get all the stuff off of me, right?
Yeah.
And all that. It is mentally, emotionally draining, like by the end of the day. And so being committed to doing just that, right, and getting that much money for that period of time, that's somebody that has some deep-seated stuff going on, right?
I'm telling you, or something.
Yeah,
Or he just likes you.
yeah. Oh, I want to say,
you get on to the fetish or the thing that you're into or whatever is therapeutic for those people. It's a mental thing, right? This ain't sexual. It's really a mental, emotional thing that they have attached themselves to feed whatever's missing, right?
Shit.
So,
You're probably on the other end of that phone getting his fucking money's worth.
exactly.
no bullshit though, and a lot of us,
My man's therapeutic. He whacking off. He having a great time, right?
yeah,
I would. Shit, 20,000.
So,
I would too.
Doing everything.
A lot of us,
if
a
all
lot
you
of
need
us,
is my voice to get it done, that's fine, right?
Yeah, for real.
a lot of us probably would say, no though, but it just, man, if you just catch a person at that moment in life with just shit, is just like, you know what, bro, man, look here, I done went on 4 interviews, bro. 2 motherfuckers was AIs. Look here, I can't get a job. Look here, shit, you talking about $40,000 just to see you do what? Okay, yeah, I'll apply. How do I apply? Like there you go. Like, and and then you just, before you go to bed, hopefully you just get on your knees and pray, and just be like, please Lord, forgive me, like that's all I can say on that one though. But man, the right time, the right moment, man, a lot of people would probably say, yeah,
Given certain opportunities, like any of us probably would, if you're in particular situations, like, because again, I love what I do, but I don't make enough money doing it. And I'm intentional in serving disenfranchised communities that ain't got the money to pay, right?
But guys, let's tie it back together now. Now check this shit out, yo. we talked about the streaming university, right? So it's like we just decided, like, yo, listen, I was interested in the streaming university because I thought it was gonna be this whole thing. And I'm not like, listen, hey Kai Sinat, if you ever see this, I'm not downing him. Yo, I really look up to him. I'm like, he's doing an amazing job. I like what he's doing. He's bringing people together at the very least. But it's just what I see, the feedback of the shit from what I see now. Maybe people are just glorifying the bullshit parts, but I just see a lot of it. I see a lot of the bullshit parts. I've seen maybe one video where it was like somebody was actually in there trying to spit game and trying to help people. Like, no, yeah, you should be looking at this. If you're looking at your analytics, you should be trying this. But the thing is, what we're talking about now, selling yourself. Like Charles Harley said, we're selling ourselves I'm selling myself with this show right now. Like I'm trying to sell my personality and my content.
That's right.
But at the same time,
people sell themselves for them 40-hour jobs. Like I used to get people together. I used to get people together real quick when they used to be like, I just when I dance and they were like, I just can't do what you do. Okay, well, I can't do what you do because it don't take me an hour to make $20. And if you don't feel good about what you do, that's okay.
What you're doing, right.
And I also don't suggest any woman to go into the field that I was ever in and I continue to be in without feeling good about what you do. Because $20,000 to talk to a man for 90 minutes and you actually enjoy getting attention and sexual attention put on you is a win-win. When you are a woman who is not secure with herself and you're doing that kind of work, you are uncomfortable just for $1. And at that point, it feels like
But Harley, check it out. But can you also match that with? But it's good that, like you said, if you can be a stripper and or anybody can be a stripper or like a model, whatever it is, and you can go out and and you feel good. It's something that pleases you. It's something that does you. Like you just compared it. Well, it's difficult for me to work a 40-hour job, so that's where I feel uncomfortable.
Right.
But here's the situation though. A lot of times when you're working a 40-hour job, or like Chanel said, the 40 hours a week job or whatever, they're not paying you enough. They're not paying you the shit that you really wish you were getting paid. Maybe some do, but most of them don't. And the reason why people look for opportunities or situations like becoming a stripper or an adult worker or even a streetwalker, like they look for that because it's an easier way of finding means. It's not because it's like, oh, I'm super satisfied.
That's what I'm saying. Like if you're not no sexually charged person that just want to charged environment, don't go do that because you feel like you're gonna get fast money, because that money is not even giving you enough because your cost is way higher. You literally losing your higher with that for real. See, my thing, I enjoy sexually charged environments. When I was dancing, I used to walk through the club with my head up. Girls used to have to take drugs to reach the level of happiness that I was when I walked through those clubs.
That's a big portion of it.
If you're doing that, the price is too high. For me, I damn near feel like I'm getting over because I get the admiration that I want. I get all the attention that I want in this sexually charged environment, and I'm getting paid. See, there are women who are uncomfortable in that environment, are only there because they're getting paid. In my opinion, your cost is too high.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that is a valid way of looking at the entire situation, because whether you're a content creator, whether you're a stripper, whether anything, whether you're a person who's working at McDonald's for fucking 40 hours a week, you're trying to do something to get by. You're trying to put yourself in a position where you can become better at some place. If you didn't care, you wouldn't work at all. You say, fuck it, I'll just go live on the street and do whatever and get by that way. But at the same time, we're trying to figure out ways, like we are right now, to make money and still be satisfied with what we're doing. Like you said, I want to do the beeline. Yeah, you want to crochet like you're doing. Like so many people want to try to find a means to feel comfortable, but also realistically be able to be compensated, because that's the biggest. We're doing this shit so we can survive, so we can build, so we can grow, have family. So it's just very interesting when we're
just take what you said, and I want you to put it on billboards, because if people understood, all you got to do is figure out who the fuck you are and what the fuck you want to do, and that's gonna help you. We chasing what everybody else doing, what somebody thinks. What we think will make money. The thing that's gonna make you the most money is the shit you want to do, because you're gonna wake up every day and actually do it.
That's a good point. That's a good point. So
because
with
Brian,
the guys,
because when you asked me that question, I'm sitting here like, what he gonna ask me, right? When you said,
he's gonna ask.
But when you said just talk, that was released, right? Hell yeah, no problem, because I do that any damn way. That's what I
Yeah,
do. That's what I love, right?
yeah,
And all
yeah.
that. That's why I love the podcast. I love educating. I love listening. I love helping people and all that stuff. And however he feel like it's helping him, fine, right? But I'm gonna be therapeutic regardless, because that's who I am. It's not just what I do, right? So
Love it.
I'm gonna throw some therapeutic shit up in there. He could be whacking off if he want to. That's up to him.
So now, let's go a little further since you opened the door for
Right,
this conversation. Like it
right.
says, how much to sell
But how
dot
much?
dot
Right.
dot yourself.
Uh-huh.
So we open the door with conversation, right? You got a
Right.
guy on the phone. He's like, yo, I love your voice. Now here we go. He's paying you $20,000 a month just to hear you talk to him for an hour and a half. Now, what if he ups the ante? Now listen to this shit. You're already getting 20,000.
Right.
What if he hits you up like, Sean, now I really just want to see you. Can you just do me a favor?
Mm.
Can you just do me a favor once a month? All I'm asking
Come on.
is send me a nice picture. It don't gotta be too much. You don't gotta be in bra and panties. All you gotta do is send me a beautiful picture of you in a nice little outfit. Just
Mhm.
send it to my email every month, and
Every
I'm
month.
That's
throwing
running
I'm
game,
throwing
boy.
an
The price
I'm throwing an
going up.
additional I'm throwing an additional 20,000. So now it's conversation
And
and
a
your
picture.
imagery.
My imagery.
That's
Mm.
100K, Chanel. Don't sell
$40,000.
yourself short, sis.
So now,
I'm about to say
hold
he
on,
might
hold on,
pay
hold
more
on.
for
Hold
it.
on. Let me put you in
I
the
can't
shit.
say I
Let me
wouldn't
put you in
consider it if the money is right. I cannot say I wouldn't consider it.
I'm telling
Be
you,
honest.
bro. That's what I'm saying. Like we it's such a moral conundrum, bro. And I'm using
Right.
that shit right, okay? It's crazy what do you there's like Harley said. Harley's like, fuck it, I'm sexual anyway. I don't care. I can do that shit. Give me fucking 10,000. I'll do some shit like maybe it'll be a little cheaper. Because
Honestly,
that's her
once I
realm.
start making money, I'm just be in them environments for free. Them just my people. That's
Fuck that. Yeah, he paying my ass.
Right. Right.
But it's real interesting the conversation that you can have, and then you look at OnlyFans, and then people want to judge people. But this girl got on this fucking platform and said, "Yo, I'm making $400,000
Yeah.
a month,"
Mhm.
and I'm judging her struggling.
Right.
Fucking,
Right. Right.
that
I can't put
shit
my
is
stuff. I can't
crazy,
put nothing on auto pay
Yeah.
because I don't work. I don't know if it's gonna be in the bank. She ain't gotta worry
bro.
about that.
Say that shit, yo,
Yeah.
Chanel. Say that shit again. I'm telling.
Bro,
Ooh,
auto pay.
I
That
done
is
paid.
my litmus
We
test for when I'm all right. If I can put my shit on auto pay and not have to worry about it.
I'm
If I
telling
can
you.
order a pizza and not have to look at the bank account.
Not
And
have
let
to
me
look
tell
at the
y'all,
bill.
and let me tell y'all, the only time in my
Crazy.
life all my bills were on auto pay when I was a fucking stripper. Okay,
Ain't that
See?
so let me
crazy?
just
Thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Yo,
Yeah.
sex, no matter how you look at it, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. It's been proven time and time again. Sex is the most money, most power, everything. No matter how the fuck you look at it, it always look at all these famous ass big CEOs. What do these niggas always get caught fucked up in?
Yeah.
Trying to have
Some
sex with
yeah,
everybody, some
yeah,
bullshit,
yeah,
younger
yeah.
people, older people, manipulation and power and all that.
But
Bruh.
it's always people, trying to, downplay, I want to say, like you said, the situation of trying to judge a woman just because, she made $400,000 when in actuality, most of us, like I just said, we probably all would do it though, if the price is right, because more than
Thinking
likely
about
you probably don't have a job that's, paying you enough, or you just feel like, well, damn, like shit, I'm looking for one and can't find one. So we quick to judge, shorty who live across the hall for selling her ass and shit like that. But when time get rough, or behind the scenes, in a heartbeat, a motherfucker would be like, hell yeah, though, but just don't let everybody know I said yeah, though,
Right.
So
right.
it's funny as shit though, but like,
And I even
but
think about stuff, Dre, like I grew up poor, right? And my mom, single parent, 3 kids, trying to make it and all that. I can't tell you what my mama did to pay bills all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm an
Never
adult
know.
now and I realize how hard it is to
Yeah.
raise kids, by yourself and trying to make it. I can imagine my mama sold a little something, did a little something to
Yeah,
pay
you don't
bills
know.
to make sure stuff was taken
you
care
never
of,
know.
right? She definitely always had an old boyfriend,
yeah.
and all that. And Mr. So and so, yeah, with the Cadillac and all that. That pay bills. He was, and so She did what was necessary. So everybody trying to do whatever they can do, and if sex sells and you can use it to do what you need to do,
Oh, it definitely
that's all
sells.
people doing. They
Then we
using
gotta
what
we gotta understand the thing that sex or adult entertainment saves the world from. At the end of the day, sexual compulsions are a real thing.
it's a real
And
Oh
thing.
yeah, they definitely
Real
are.
thing.
a
Yeah.
man who has a sexual compulsion can go to a video of a
Come on.
woman dancing.
Come on. Thank you, Harley.
This
Thank you.
decreases the possibilities of him walking out the house
Out
and
the house
snatching
and
somebody's
thank
daughter,
you.
somebody's
Thank
mother,
you.
somebody's
Thank
sister,
you. Thank
because he
Mm.
thinks twice he can use this video to get out whatever he got to get in his head and go to sleep in his bed.
Sure as I tell you. Yeah.
You're
They're moving
released. Yeah, it's true.
in
Yeah.
Texas, they trying to strip away all the
Yeah.
porn.
The
And
porn. Yeah, they're
Mhm.
taking all porn away.
Yeah. Yeah, yo, that's
you right now
crazy.
you can't have no more than 6 sex toys. So like
What?
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 Yo, for y'all, anything could be a sex toy. Y'all motherfuckers.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Get
yeah.
stupid,
Like,
right?
regulate that. Regulate that. So, and my son don't carry on. They was like, "Mama, how many sex toys you got?" I was like, "I don't know." He said, "Would you say it was 6?" I said, "Oh yeah, I'm way past that." Say you're breaking the law.
Bro,
was like,
if I was a woman, you know how many sex toys I would have? Fucking zero, because I would just be using all the household shit. My hairbrush, my fucking toothbrush, my shower head, my phone. Fucking call me.
the phone?
Why you will not have
The remote, the remote control to the video game and the vibrate?
I'll be using that shit like a glove compartment.
Yeah, wow.
I'll be stuffing
Brian,
everything up
be
that
more
motherfucker.
careful
Like,
with your vagina. Stop doing that.
I'm
Right.
Oh,
trying.
man.
Take care of your vagina.
This is why he
I'm
didn't get a
gonna
vagina.
try. I'm gonna try. Yo, because I'm telling you, bro. But now you guys are right. Like that is one of the things. Like we do find release in different ways. Now here's the crazy question. See, there's always some kind of moral conundrum shit
Come on, bring it.
when you talking about pedophiles and stuff like that. When they have this issue where it's like this. I think we talked about this on Beyond 1130 as well. Like it's a weird ass conversation. It's super weird, but you have to remember, like the people who are attracted to fucking kids, man, what kind of dirty bullshit, right?
That's
But
crazy.
we can't deny the fact that it actually exists.
That exists.
Unfortunately,
Sex hotlines for it. Let me tell y'all the
Okay,
fastest
I got
the fastest job I ever worked was being a phone sex operator because 6 fucking chomos called back to back. And I was like, I can't do this. They were like, pretend to be a little girl, pretend to be like you don't like it. Cry when I moan. I hung up.
that is
I worked that
fucking
job for 6
crazy,
calls.
yo.
6
Mm.
calls back to back were fucking chomos. Hated it, got off the phone, no more.
I don't
That
blame
is
you. I don't blame
crazy.
you.
Oh, wow.
What you gonna say, Dre?
Man, okay, because you guys brought up this conversation, man, and this happens a couple of times though. I definitely want to ask Brian on this situation though. Okay, I kiss my son on the cheek and everything like that, and I feel real uncomfortable kissing him on the lips though, and
No.
yeah, I want to ask that because I'm like, I just don't. And my fiance be like, that's your son. I'm like, yeah, I know that's my son though, but I kiss him on the cheek and kiss him on the forehead or whatever like that. I just don't feel, right kissing him,
What makes it
on the lips or whatever like that.
What makes it uncomfortable for y'all?
Well,
For us?
I mean, for me, I mean, although that's my son, but I also don't, like. I don't know. I think it's about kissing him. I don't know. Maybe, he's a boy, and the fact that
No, we
me
wonder.
kissing my little son, a boy, on the lips, and I don't know if
Hey,
I'm,
Brittany.
want to explain it, if I'm explaining it, totally right though, but it just
No, I
makes
hear
me
you.
feel totally uncomfortable, like, I don't know. Like when I was little, my mom used to kiss me on the lips. I didn't think that was, too weird or whatever like that. But, of course, my dad wasn't in my life. But, I just don't feel, comfortable of kissing him, on
Here,
his lips.
Let me name this topic real quick, and then we're gonna talk about it a little bit more because this is actually a very good topic.
Very good
Too
topic.
much affection. I'm gonna call it that. What would make me? Because I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that at all. And I don't know how this is gonna sound, but this is just how I am. I do not mind affection. I do not
Mhm.
mind, showing any kind of affection. I'm not scared to show it
Mhm.
publicly, especially with my girl. Listen, I'll tongue your ass down. I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
But at the
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, with your kids, I do feel like there's a limit. I feel like there is a certain standard that you kind of should have. The kissing on the mouth thing, girl or boy, that's too
Mhm.
fucking intimate, bro. That's
And
way
that's what
too.
I was gonna say because people see that kissing is
That's
intimate.
intimate.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like there's certain things that we have to understand. Like you have to be able to control your affection. And
Mhm.
that's what comes with even the conversation we were talking about, just joking around about and shit like that. You have to be able to control your affection. If you love your kids, I think most people love their kids.
Yeah.
But if you love them to a degree where you're kissing all over them and fucking and
Mhm.
treating them like they're a puppy or your partner, then you
Mhm.
may have to kind of see why you want to do shit that much because it's a little too much, man. There was a video at one point. There was a guy, and they were walking on like it was like a strip, and a guy was in front of a bar, and he was a small girl by the bar, and he was all over her. He was hugging her. He had his hands all over. He was kissing all over and stuff like that. And dude, he walked by and he started cursing the dude. I was like, yo, you better take that shit and get the hell out of here. You could tell the guy who was kissing all over the little girl, he was kind of twisted. Like you could tell he was a little drunk. And the guy was
Mhm.
saying, he was like, you better get on, but yo, we don't handle that over there. I'm about to knock your ass out. You better take that shit out of here. She's like, she's too young. She's this. And the guy started saying, yo, that's my daughter. The guy was like, that's my daughter. This is my daughter. And the
Mhm.
dude was like, I don't care if that's your daughter. That's too much. You doing too much right now.
Yeah.
And I completely understand what he's saying, bro, because my babies, I fucking love my babies, bro.
Mhm.
I would never even think of some shit like, oh, let me kiss you all on the mouth. And what
Mhm.
the fuck is that? Like, I'm sorry. Like, it's just for me. I don't understand how that realm doesn't interact with like when I kiss my wife. Every girl I ever wanted to have sex with, you know what I'm saying? I've kissed and been intimate in
Right.
that way. Why would
Mhm.
I just could never pass that on to my kids in that same. I don't even like when my kids touch me too much. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like,
That's me too. That
get
that,
off
that is
me.
really
Like,
me though. Like
I'll
I'm
give
a
you a
I'm
hug, but get off.
exactly. Like I'm a very affectionate person when it comes to her. Like but with my little son, especially like how you said, man. I think with too much affection. Especially at a young age, I'm like, dog, like, hold up, wait a minute, man, come on, stop touching my leg, man, like, come on, go, like, come on, man, go ahead,
It's
like,
weird, bro.
yeah,
It's
it
weird.
feels a little weird to me, like, I'm like, nah, but I give you a hug, we'll get daps, high five, what's going on, my guy,
Yeah,
let's, all that, like, me, I'll chase you around and all that, but,
that's right.
and like I said, I am affectionate, so I'll give him a hug, he even be like, yo, daddy, give me a hug. And I be like, all right, I'll give you a hug.
Yeah, baby, I'm
Like
like,
we there though. But nah, kissing you on the mouth, nah, we good. We good. I'm good. I'm good,
I
Holmes.
can definitely
Daddy love
understand.
you though. I love you, but nah.
I
how
can
you feel?
understand that.
How you feel, Sean?
Yeah. I
So
want to know how y'all
I
feel.
kiss my children on the mouth. My mother used to kiss us on the mouth. It's not a big deal in my house, all right? And all that. And even with my brother, my mom used to kiss my brother on the mouth too. I think sometimes we sexualize everything, right? And so
Yeah.
for me, it's the same difference as a woman breastfeeding versus a woman getting a titty sucked by a man, right?
Mm.
I don't know about that one.
And I'm saying that because one of y'all said kissing them in the mouth. You're not kissing a child in the mouth, right? There's lip contact, right? And I'm not saying anything bad about how anybody feels by any means.
Yeah. No. Yeah, it's open platform. It's
And
cool.
all that. But I don't see it as sexually intimate to kiss my kids on the mouth, right? Because it's on the mouth, right? I'm not sticking my tongue in nobody's mouth, right? And stuff like that. So like that would be nasty. But and I think it's just different people's different levels of what they consider to be intimacy, right? And kissing is intimate. It absolutely
Yeah,
is
it's
intimate,
pretty
right?
intimate.
And all that. And I figure that's probably why you would make that barrier there and be like, okay, this is a thing that I reserve for my mate versus my children and all that.
But also
Yeah, but
not to cut you off, like, but it's also like I never, and like you said, it's a personal like thing. It's just some people,
Yeah,
everybody's different, you know what I'm saying? But it's
everybody's
like
yeah.
I'm not saying like, oh, I have the urge, but I'm not gonna do it because
No,
I don't even think about that shit. I'm
Don't
like,
think
I
about it.
really would never
It's not
do
your
it.
jam. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because like I said, in my household, like we're not ashamed of our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come out here with no nothing on, and ain't nobody thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and all that. So like, and my son-in-law be tripping all the time because he'd be like, my household, they never have clothes on, be
Crazy.
bras and underwears and all that kind of stuff, you know. And I
Yeah.
messed with him all. I was like, well, if you seen my daughter, you seen me, because we got the same, our boobs look the same, you know. Like,
Oh
you know,
man, I can.
not that I'm
Wow.
in
Yeah.
front of him or nothing like that.
Right.
But if he walks into my room, I might have my underwear on or whatever. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have the same conversation with you, like I'm fully clothed, because I'm not ashamed of my body, right?
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
need you to be ashamed of being in the same room with me, with my body in this way, right? And all
Yeah.
that, because if we don't make it a thing, then it's not a thing.
Yeah.
You
I-
know,
I say that all the time about nudity in general. Like nudity in general should not be as uncomfortable as we make it, like as adults. Like even
It's a good
even
conversation. All right, here
public,
we go.
right down
and
down.
even like public nudity. Don't get me wrong. A fat ass is a fat ass, whether she got on a little bitty skirt, a big
Yes,
skirt,
sir. Yes,
you
ma'am.
don't got
Yes.
on
Yeah.
nothing at
That's
all.
right.
It's still a
Yeah.
fat ass. And so,
Preach.
of course, you're gonna make knowledge of somebody's body, what have you. But it's like if we looked at bodies as like this body is this way and that body is
Right.
that way, opposed to
Yeah.
giving it so much space, then we would have less frustrating, it's instances. But at the same time, I feel like we would have less interesting conversations if we all kind of were able to see it that way. Like I think it's kind
Yeah.
of cool that there's some
It's
immature people in the
absolutely
world
cool.
that we have to have these conversations for them to
Right.
be able to grow and learn. I don't have
Yeah.
children, so
Mhm.
I've never had that experience, but my mother is not very affectionate, but I'm very affectionate. So even
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
little
I,
I used to jump on my mom and crawl and kiss all over her, but not in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I
ahead,
want
Troy.
to say, yeah, I want to say one thing. I think a lot of men, women are too, but I think a lot of men, are real, sexualized. They probably think about
Yes.
sex a lot. Women do too, and everything like that. But to the case that, when you were saying that, how yeah, it's different. My mom did the same thing. My aunt, kissed me on the mouth or whatever like that. But for a woman, and for a mom, they have that different instinct in their brain where it's like, okay, these are my kids. These are, they,
Right. They
like they,
know.
yeah, so it's like, okay, like how you mentioned when you was like breastfeeding versus to, a guy who's just, you have to, this is something I have to do to take care of this little child. So you're looking at it totally different. Even if you got your, nipple sucked 1,000 times over and this is your first child or whatever, and
Doing it
now,
right. Finally
you
doing it
know,
right.
now you got to pull it out, and then you got to feed him and everything. Now it's like, okay, you wouldn't feel a certain type of way as Kenny, sucking your titties versus to your newborn baby is, a totally difference though. So in my eyes, that's why I wanted to, comment on, because I feel like for a lot of men, I think it's just, yeah, we probably sexualize stuff like, I don't want to do that, just feel uncomfortable, especially when it comes to something like that, kissing, in general.
Yo, listen,
That makes sense.
Harley, I want to say this to what you said too, because once again, it was another video that I saw, and it was a I think it's a movie. I think it's a movie or a TV show, and there's a part from it where a girl goes into a classroom in school. She's in like high school or something like that, and she has a thin tank top on, and it's very revealing. It's showing like her nipples and everything. Whole fucking titties is out. And the teacher starts commenting, and the teacher in the thing, it was well done. It was very realistic. The teacher wasn't all like, "Oh, ma'am, can you please?" The teacher was more like, "Excuse me, but I think you're dressed kind of inappropriately."
All
And the
right.
girl was like, "How is my shirt inappropriate? How is it different from his shirt? He has a thin t-shirt." And she was just making it difficult for you to address. Now, listen,
Yeah,
I do
because
understand.
them breasts sitting right there.
Yeah, I understand the context. I understand, like, what she's basically trying to, explain is like, yo, listen, this is my body. I'm comfortable with my body. And listen, I don't feel like I'm doing anything wrong. Are you doing anything wrong? That's the question, right? Is there anything wrong? This is my body, my nipples, I got titties, they beautiful, and
See,
I'm
that's the difference between wrong and
Wrong
appropriate.
and appropriate. I was about to say
Yeah.
that.
So she wasn't doing anything
I'm
wrong
not doing
though.
anything wrong.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
just
I didn't-
the
Just
place.
proper place for that.
that's the thing, though. That's the thing. I'm glad you guys said it before I even got it out of my fucking mouth.
The place,
I
yeah.
think the thing that people are forgetting is like it's cool to be comfortable. Like even like with breastfeeding, there's people who don't like breastfeeding in public and this and that.
Yeah.
And what do they ask you to do? What do they like
Cover up or put something.
expect?
Yeah.
Just put like a blanket
Mhm.
on or just put.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is that crazy unreasonable? And then it's like people, I get it.
Mhm.
Should you have to do that? I don't think you should have to do it. If you
You
feel like
shouldn't
putting your
have
titty
to.
out, it is what it is.
Right.
But
You
be
did it
realistic. Is it a
Mhm.
little distracting when I'm over here in a class when we all understand that sexuality is fucking major,
It's
bro?
real.
It's
Mhm.
made
Especially
no
in the
matter
classroom.
fucking 16-year-old
Hell
horny
yeah.
ass.
Hell yeah.
We've talked in this show right here about different ways that people, you know, even if they don't have a release, they can find some type of release. They can fucking, oh, I can't take it,
Right.
Jenny's titties, I'm fucking, and then, you know, flip
Yeah.
out. But
Mhm.
that's not your responsibility. But you got to understand that that is reality at the end of the day.
Reality.
So it's
Yeah.
like being appropriate is important. You
Yeah.
can stand your ground, but if you're going to go to school and they're like, yo, listen, can you please just cover up? We're at work right now. We're all just trying to do our jobs professionally. The reason you have those rules is because if I come in here and see Harley fucking with her titties out every day on the show, and I'm sitting there trying to fucking focus, I'm like,
You're not gonna
Harley,
be able to concentrate.
put your fucking titties away a little bit,
Hell,
bro.
me
Like,
either.
I can't
Me
think.
either.
I don't
And
even
I
want to
think
fuck right now, but I'm just like, damn.
And I think that's where the
Well,
responsibility piece comes in. And I tell people, as a person who is a free thinker and a free liver and an advocate for free life, I also advocate for like realistic balance, right? I wear
Right.
cat ears every day, but I also pay all my bills on time. I tell
Come
people all the time, I'm telling you, be free, be yourself, love every bit of part of yourself, but also understand the world that you're living in.
That's right.
And I'm
Yes.
That's right.
don't understand
Yes.
the world that you're living in for other people. Because I even heard when Brian said, well, I understand, you know, don't come in because of what somebody else might feel. I don't give a damn if you don't focus any week. I decided to put on a shirt because I understand the rules enough that this is not the way that I want to break them. And so if you are a person who wants to live free, hear me and hear me clearly. Do not learn the rules because you give a fuck about them. I don't care about them, and neither should you. Learn the rules enough so you can understand which ones are worth the headache of you breaking them. See, there are certain rules I will break and people will bother me about, but I'm going to take the flag and I'm not going to be like, what you talking about? This is my face. No, sometimes I am going to walk into a room with an outfit that I made that's practically see-through, and I know you're going to say something, but I want that flat because I'm
You
okay
want
with
that,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so your understanding of the consequences, and that's a fair, but that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we have these new, and I'm not trying to be the old nigga that's talking about the new generation, but it just feels like we do have these people who are like unaware that they feel like they can just fucking do it, and you have to respect the fact that you can do it. The thing about everything in life is whatever decision you choose to make, everything you do is a decision. Whatever decision or road you choose to take, there is a consequence. The consequence isn't always bad. It's just what happens. It's the after effect of your action. That's it.
So, as long as you're willing to deal with that and accept that wholly and completely, do your thing.
That's
You
it.
gotta know your shit
That's it.
weird. Look, because they
That's
dancing around it. I
That's
got
right.
y'all because I'm a weird motherfucker myself. You gotta know you weird, bitch, and that's
Right.
okay.
Bro,
Because
Own your
people-
weirdness.
own
and
it.
they be and they looking at me, I walk right past their ass and I speak to their kids in the grocery store. Hey, how you doing? And I don't do this for any fucking adult who has a problem with me. I do this for a kid who is so fucking afraid of being an adult because they think they have to be serious and they think they have to do everything right all the time. No, I'm a serious, real ass adult. I also wear tutus to the fucking grocery store, and you can if that's what you want to do when you grow
Yeah.
up.
Right.
You gotta play the position. Yep.
At the end of the day,
As long as
it
you
ain't hurt
understand
nobody
it.
to wear a tutu.
That's right. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Yeah.
You're gonna get looked at fucking crazy, but yeah, if you take that, like you
But
said,
accept that. Accept
Yeah.
that.
And I love
Accept
it.
it.
I'm like, can you
Yeah.
spell my name right when you tag me in that video of talking shit about
oh
me?
yeah, yeah. That's
Thank you.
listen, man.
Thank
So listen, this has been a fucking great episode, man. I mean, I knew it was gonna be fun because this was the regular. So if, like I said, if you guys are enjoying this conversation, you guys are definitely watching. If you guys are enjoying this conversation, please go head on over. I got the link in the description. We have conversation like this. This is beyond 11:30 right here. I want to thank you guys for coming on. I do miss the show, and this is I think Dre, you got something with us right here, bro. Because I'm telling you right now, there's large engagement on watching right now. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank
But
you.
it's been incredible. Like,
I
just
can tell
being
you miss me,
able.
B. We haven't even yelled at each other.
I know y'all
Oh
don't
yeah,
yell
yeah.
at each
Listen,
other.
Yeah. Hey, yo,
it
when
was
he
a
hit
good
me
show
up,
tonight.
when he hit me up the other day and he was like, yo, man, I got an idea. I said, oh,
Oh,
shit, man.
shit.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. We need to
yeah.
get back.
Yes, I'm going on.
That's
I'm
what's
going on
up.
vacation, man. I'm going on vacation because wifey having a baby. We got she fucking 10 weeks left. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm wrapping up. I'm gonna be gone until the middle of September. So it's like I'm really trying to get some really good shows in, and just have a lot of fun, man. I'm not doing anything with no rules. Right? I just want to have some fun, bro.
Fun.
And
Yeah.
I will definitely want to hit you guys up before I break for a while. And
Mhm.
yo, real quick, we're definitely about to wrap up. Let's go ahead and go around the room. What is everybody doing though? Since we've been done with Beyond 11:30, what's new? Let's start with Harley.
Of course, I do the Love Journal After Dark with Troy D. Ryan. He just asked
Shout out
me
to
on for
Troy.
season 3, so I think we got something going on.
Good shit.
Mhm.
It's a good
Other
show.
than that, y'all can always catch me giving you love from my living room. I am your favorite professional imaginary friend. I am Harley Hendrix 6 on all of major platforms. Come hang out with me while I crochet.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely go check Harley out. Yo, she's live every day. You'll see her come in there, stop
Yep.
by and talk and just chill after work, bro. It's definitely a good time. Chanel, what you been doing? I see you on shows. I see you posting on
Let me
TikTok.
tell you something.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Youth Empowerment is always ready for all y'all folks. We got like 3 interns. 2 of them started already. One of them coming. I'm trying to build good therapists up out here so we can have some black folks on the
Go.
other side of the table and
Let's
all
go.
that. So we always
Mhm.
accepting new clients. And the podcast gonna be back on Sunday, and we just bring it to you real, talking about mental health in every way, shape, form, fashion, because everything connects it to your mental wealth, not mental health, your mental wealth, right?
Nice.
And we have a couple of series rolling out of that because the guys, when I went to a wedding, the guys did a men's mental health show and it turned out really, really good. So we want to make that a little series.
Okay.
My daughters and I did we call it Echoes of Mothers and Daughters to start healing mother-daughter relationships, and we did that on Mother's Day. So we want to keep that up. So lots of
Nice.
spin-off kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's dope.
We'll be back on Sunday and come and join us there. Matter of fact, this was a good idea. I mean, when you come back, Brian, I'm gonna have to invite everybody over there.
Oh
The
shit.
guy
Oh
wanted
shit.
to like,
Y'all better get ready.
because my brother Fred follows you, and he was like, "We should have Brian on for the men's show." I said, "I think that's
We
a good
going on
idea."
tour.
Bro, I'm down, yo.
You going on tour? Yes, you
Hey.
are.
I'm
We going
down.
on
I'm
tour,
down.
y'all.
Yeah. No, listen. Hey, listen. Hey, guys, listen. I've been. This is my first show of the week, so I've been told everybody a lot of stuff. But I've actually I've been talking to different people. Yo, we're definitely reaching out a different platform. Like we were saying, we're not fucking streaming university and stuff like that. But I've got a couple of messages in my phone about people who've seen different shows and different this and different that, and they're interested, bro. People are
That's what I'm
definitely
saying.
interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna keep it going, and I'm definitely looking forward to meeting new people and new experiences.
Yeah.
I'm even trying to get out. I got my fucking business cards sitting right here. Like I'm
Come
ready
on, man.
to start to get in different places and different atmospheres, so we can start growing in other areas. So yeah,
Right.
we about to kill
Well,
this
let me
shit, bro.
give a shout out to my daughter who has started her own wedding planning business called the Brown Sugar Experience. And
Woo!
it's to black folks and how we like, black love is different, baby, and
For
all
real.
that. So like, check her out too if you're like, she'll go anywhere you want her to go, but it's gonna
Yo,
be
listen,
special
hey
for you,
Chanel,
man.
get me a nice little package or show me some stuff. We put it together.
Yeah,
Yo, we showed y'all. We looking for sponsors on the beeline right now. And we
absolutely.
ain't looking for money like that. We really trying to promote good businesses. So,
Yeah,
yo,
the
if you
same
guys
on
got
mine.
something,
Yeah,
hit us
yeah,
up, yo. Yeah, hit
yeah.
us up for real.
Gotta help each other out.
Let's talk to this guy right here, Mr. Mr.
This guy right
205 Live,
This
Mr.
guy.
1130 podcast. Yo, Dre, you
Hey,
killing it with the wrestling watch-alongs, bro. How you
hey,
liking the success from that?
it was dope. It was real dope, especially when Devin hit me up too. I was like,
Yeah,
"Yo, man, okay, all right, that was a first though." So,
yeah.
yeah, man, it's been going good. I think next month or the month after that it'd be like a year. So, yeah, man, it's the watch alongs, as far as the clips and the
Yeah.
subscribers, definitely I've been going up, man. So I kind of like been more so focused on that. But I also do, like I said, got the podcast show coming back and a new little series where I go one on one with former pro wrestlers,
Oh,
sit
that's
down and chat with
awesome,
them.
Jay.
So
Oh,
Awesome, bro.
I know I seen a post where you was looking for chat with Bret Hart, and I
Bret Hart.
said, yo, if I had an opportunity to chat with, just anyone, man, I'm definitely, will reach out to Brian or some of my guys to, have on. So yeah, definitely got that. Of course, just waiting for the right smooth time. Things like this is really cool, in between the break of Beyond 11:30. So I appreciate you guys, rocking with it, and yeah, I keep you guys updated on Beyond 11:30, and of course, I've just been doing my things, man, on the watch along. So hey, man, I
Killing it,
appreciate
bro.
all the support.
Thank you for doing this, Brian, for real. Like,
Yeah, listen,
Yeah.
I
I
miss
miss
y'all.
you guys. Yeah, I miss y'all. Yo. I miss y'all. It was really good times on Thursdays. I used to and then
I'm telling you.
I used to go Thursday to the Beyond 11:30, 8 o'clock, and then I go ahead and get out and start my entertainment show with my boy Kyle. Kyle, entertainment
love
show and Beyond
Kyle.
11 favorite fucking shows, man. I used to have
Yeah.
a great. I go upstairs talk to my wife about everything, and then we go to sleep.
Hey, that's
That's
what's
You just
up.
never know how something's gonna pop off. You're just like, and that's for
I
anybody
know.
out there. If you want to do something, just do it. Just do it.
Please.
You don't know how it's gonna. You don't know how it's gonna bring people together. You don't know how it's gonna pop off. Just fucking do it, man.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. Yo, it's been an awesome show. Beeline. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching tonight. We back with the Beeline Web Show next week as well. And then don't forget, yo, you heard my man Dre. Tomorrow is WTW Wrestle Talk Wednesday back in full effect. Y'all doing commission?
Yeah. Actually, yes, I'm hosting tomorrow. So yeah, we
There you
talking
go.
everything from Saturday night's main event, AEW, everything that went down, and yeah, it's a lot actually. So
Lots of stuff this
yeah,
week.
yeah.
Yeah, but of course, to check out commission. Commission will be on, and then of course, straight through the Roast Wrestle Talk. We're gonna be on STR. We're gonna be talking about, just like Dre said, everything's going on this week, and then we'll be looking forward to in the future. And then of course, entertainment show is gonna be on at 9 o'clock p.m. on Thursday, 9 o'clock. Yo, we doing big things. Everybody doing big things. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please make sure you follow. Check out the link to check out all the episodes of Beyond 11:30. We will be back for season 5.
Yes, we
We're
will.
gonna be back, and we'll let you know as soon as we find out from Dre. But until tomorrow, I want you to stay true, stay positive, pay attention, baby, because we got a lot to do. And we out, guys. Have a great night, and see you guys next
Hey,
time.
appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, make sure you head on over to the Beeline Entertainment LLC YouTube channel, where we have so much more for you. We have the Beeline Web Show on Tuesday nights, as well as Straight Through the Ropes Wrestle Talk on Wednesdays, and of course, the Beeline Entertainment Show on Thursday night. Join us and make sure that you hit that like, hit that share, and of course, subscribe with that bell button for the notifications so you can make sure you're getting all the great content from the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Let's